Hello there, this is Reece Russell, and you're watching the weekly Steelchair.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Taking talk in my arms, it's the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me laying face down.
What's up, everyone? We have finally reached the G1 final day. 19 shows over 30 days, and we finally have our winner. It's been a very long tournament, and I look forward to seeing your reactions to the final result that we got today. But before we do that, we do have to talk about the playoffs and the semi-finals, because that plays, as you know, a big part in the result that we got today. But before we get into that, how is everybody today?
I'm all right, thank you. It's good to see you. Absolutely, it is final day. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to not the end of our Japanese content, but it's the end of our G1 run of the year.
Yes.
We've got a lot more to come. The N1 tournament starts next month as well. We have the brackets. So they got announced today, so we're going to go through them on our next show. But there's so much. Who knows? We might start. I actually think maybe we should cover the 5-star. Who knows? But one thing is for sure, we thank everybody for being here with us, and we'll absolutely will jump into it. Of course, we've got a lot to get through. But on a warm summer's evening, I think. Now, obviously, we love Takeshita on this channel.
Yes.
But we do... Me and Josiah are going to come right off the bat, and we're going to be extremely, extremely honest. I mean, to be fair, Tempo, I also follow Noah on Twitter, and they follow me too, so it's all good. But yes, you did also give me like a better graphic design, so I appreciate it. Myself and Josiah are going to be very honest, because we do speak practically every single day. We are a little bit perplexed by this result, but we are here to have fun. I'm hoping that he's not frozen. You still there?
No, I'm not frozen. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We are honest. We are perplexed about that result, but we're not unhappy either. We're actually very happy that we were wrong.
Yeah.
Like, that's what makes it special. But
I wouldn't say that I'm too perplexed at the actual result. I'm perplexed at the way the match went.
Yeah. Zodiac, we said it purely because of the fact that it looked like it was Evil's year. And it seemed so predictable. Like, it's very surprising that they did it differently. But yeah, Tempo's straight in with it. He said he's already brought up for us. The Young Bloods, Oscar Lube and Yuto Nakashima have officially joined the War Dogs.
Yes, and this was, well, I wouldn't say it's surprising that it happened, but I'd say that I was shocked to see it so soon.
Yeah, me too.
Because out of all the people that have gone on excursion to other companies, you haven't heard much of these two at all.
They've been silent. It's like they've just been like non-existent.
Yeah.
So it's quite a challenge to see what happens with the Young Bloods. But at least for once, we can positively say Twitch has taken a full title off us for a change. So that's another positive for this stream. Twitch has been a dick the past 3 weeks, and they got it right, so I'm happy with this. Yeah, like, they are killers, but the fact that they've been in Germany, like we said, not a lot of people watch German wrestling.
Yeah.
So getting any idea on them is difficult, but that's what makes them.
And they definitely went in a different direction to where I thought it was going.
Yeah,
because I thought after certain events in this tournament that this was probably going to be the end for Finley and Bullet Club, but clearly there's still a bit left to go there.
I would say we're not exactly in innings because this isn't a fraud line storyline, but you can clearly tell that the winds
We're
of
closer
change
to the end
is
than the
coming.
beginning, we'll say.
Yeah, yeah. The winds of change are turning on David Finlay.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so many possibilities. I mean, I'm in a Discord chat with Temple, and he was thinking that maybe Jake Lee will be back soon. I have a surprise feeling. Depends on what happens in the tournament. We might see... I mean, he's now officially the leader of Team 2000X. Obviously, Ozawa's the leader. Jack Morris got kicked out. Temple
You
thinks
think Jack Morris is going to show up?
Well, that's something that Temple thinks. I think we still could be surprised by the fact that Osawa might just jump. Whoever it is, though, I think a Noah talent will join Bullet Club. And whoever it is, I'm happy to see it because I want to see... I love the
competition. What if it's just Kenta again?
If it's just Kenta, cool. Kenta can just tear them apart. I'm looking forward to the
M1 tournament. And it makes sense because he never officially left Bullet Club. He just left the company.
Exactly. And you've got... Obviously, we're not going to talk about it right now, but I suppose it makes an interesting throw. Is Kenta obviously is the world champion in Noah, but he's also in the same bracket as last year's M1 winner Kaito Kiyomiya. And he's got the dark horse pick in Tetsuya Endo in their block. And then you look at block B, you've got Marufuji, you've got Jack Morris, you've got Osawa, and you've got Keno. All in one block.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I think Jack Morris would be a good option though, Temple. I wouldn't mind it. And when Jake Lee comes back, my props for Jake Lee is going to go through the roof so all the Jake Lee haters can start crying, and I will hold your tears. I don't understand the hate he gets. I don't understand it.
I can't wait to see him back personally.
Same. He's so enjoyable.
And he brings a different dynamic to the Japanese style of wrestling as well.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. He's a magician in a non-magical sense.
Yeah.
That's what I like about him. But yeah, Fernando's asking how you're feeling. Yeah,
let's talk about the playoffs before we get into the festivities today. I'm not doing too bad, Fernando. How are you feeling? Thank you for asking.
Friendly chat, as always, guys. Thank you. These are all great.
But yeah, we're going to get into the playoffs. Which match would you like to discuss?
I would love to start with the David Finlay one. Temple, that's another great idea. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Ooh.
I would not mind that at all.
That is interesting. Although there is a very important thing to talk about, which we're going to talk about when we get to the final day, because there have been a lot of dynamics that have been set from that show.
I agree. But yeah, I would honestly love to start with David Finlay's playoff semi-final, because that was... playoff final match. For me, that was better. That was the better match.
So that was David Finlay and Takeshita, obviously.
That's right.
And it was basically the re-crucifixion of Jesus Christ, as we've been calling Finlay throughout this second half of the tournament.
Absolutely. Oh, hold on. I was responding to that one. It's definitely untrue, Fernando.
No.
Tony Khan has no influence on the G1. They've went with Takeshita because they've got him under contract as well. They must have faith in him to do it. And I'm alright with that. It just has
there was actually a report saying that Tony Khan has no interest in Evil at all, isn't it?
Yeah, that is genuine.
So if it had anything to do with him, Evil wouldn't have even made the final Evil.
Exactly. I feel bad for Evil in a way because Evil, yes, to many Evil isn't well liked. His style isn't enjoyed, but Evil is a star in New Japan. You can't deny.
Which we saw today in this fight,
And if Evil right now went into AEW, he would be one of the top heels without question.
Yeah,
he would draw.
I'd say it'd probably be MJF and then him.
Yeah, easily. It's insane, and absolutely, Catherine. A contract with all three promotes New Japan Global. It's incredible.
Yeah,
and yeah, absolutely, that was scary. That Yota Tsuji, I put it on the community tab. Yota Tsuji for me had the best entrance spot of the entire tournament, but the best performances were definitely in the end Takeshita, in terms of ending the tournament. But like that one spot with Yota Tsuji just standing on the stage in the smoke.
Yeah,
incredible.
But yeah, David Finlay and Konosuke Takeshita. What was your overriding thoughts on this match before we really dissect it?
I honestly thought this actually could have been a great semi-final match. Like the way that they treated it, they didn't treat it like a playoff quarterfinal. It was treated, in my opinion, like a semi-final. You can see
and it's like
the stakes.
Yeah, and it's like you would actually think that with what they were doing and like all of the urgency that they had, that it was a semi-final match.
Yeah,
because honestly, for me, it didn't feel too different to the actual semi-final that Takeshita had it in.
As things stand, Catherine, yes, Don Callis family are tearing shit up right now in terms of success.
Yeah. Well, Okada isn't technically in the Don Callis family.
Well, he's associated. He's just an associate.
Yeah.
But he's still doing the mandem of success because that man always wins. But I suppose like my main overall thoughts is I really loved the pacing of the match. They definitely treated it like a semi-final or a final scenario.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, in a sense, the playoff is kind of a final scenario because if you don't win, you're out, and that's it.
Yeah, I think they all took their. I think we got a real good structure in this match. It was a strong structure. I was really happy with it.
Yeah. And I think I would say the same as well. The choreography of the match was very well thought out, I would say.
I don't know.
No.
I don't think that'll happen.
With this G1 thing, I think we can park the unified title win for a while.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think they'll put both on him.
No. But I wonder, do you think they'll put him in the Continental Classic, though, off the back of this G1 win?
They have to. I think he's favourite to win it now. I think if he's in it, I think he's the favourite.
I mean, it's got to be, surely.
But the Continental Classic...
Wait, is Okada in the Continental Classic? Or
He'll need to be. He'll need to be as champion, surely. Like he'll need, unless they have it as the winner challenges him. But for me, the Continental Classic should be the winner gets the world title shot at World's End. That's what it should be.
Maybe, probably, yeah. But then that would kind of... Oh, yeah, because you don't really need the Continental Classic anymore because the titles are unified.
Yeah. That's literally all it is, in my opinion, now. There's an enjoyment of it, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have enough good things to say about this match. It was just a masterpiece, if you will.
Yeah. It was honestly... Up until... Actually, I'm going to be bold. For me, this was the best match of the entire phase after the blocks ended.
You think?
Well, there's only one match that I would come close to.
Because I think Zack Sabre Jr. and Takeshita was better than this.
Oh, that was excellent. That was excellent, I admit. I just think Finlay versus...
And it was much better than the first one as well, wasn't it?
Oh, hell yeah. I think there was just something about it. It just stood out as a match. Like there was just so much jeopardy involved, and they treated it like they were under so much pressure.
Yeah.
I didn't get that from the second match. I didn't get that from Shota versus Yota, to be honest.
No.
Because then, again, because Shota's a walking moron, we know that he doesn't take anything seriously, so...
And one good thing that I have to say about this match is that they used the outside well.
Oh, yeah. I love the outside involvement. We got to see... In terms of the... Yeah. I think the table was the best part because we didn't know fully who was going to go through it or who was going to take the brunt of it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Josiah's got a very interesting opinion on this one.
Yeah, I'm not... I'll be watching it, but I'm not particularly interested in this match because it doesn't feel like there are any real stakes to it because it seems pretty obvious who's winning it.
Should have been hit. As much as I like Nigel, I think the way the match actually went, Hechicero may have been ruined a little.
Yeah. And I also think it's quite weird that Daniel Garcia is just randomly going to be in his corner after losing the match.
If he turns heel on Nigel McGuinness, that is absolutely funny. And I'm not a good way.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to happen as well. It's too obvious for it to not happen now.
Yeah, and then Nigel go back to commentary.
After a mini feud with Daniel Garcia, maybe.
What a way to suffer in silence, eh?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the way you described it, masterpiece. It really is.
And we're not talking Chris Masters either, when.
No, true. This isn't steroid Chisholm.
No.
This is quintessentially gloves on. And put the fists up because it was a punch up, and it was a brilliant punch up. And I think we knew who was going to win in a way, and I'm kind of glad it was exactly how it should have been.
Yeah,
but the only concern,
my only gripe that I have with this is that if Finlay was going to just lose in the playoffs anyway, what was the point in having him advance?
Yeah, could have been someone else in that spot.
If his trajectory was never to go past the semis or the playoffs, what they should have done was just have him genuinely have the worst G1 ever and just have him lose every match.
It would have been an incredible story as well.
Yeah. And it's not even like he has to get beat up to lose. They could have just had him lose in the most embarrassing ways they could.
Yeah. All the roll-ups. Get himself to, do you remember...
Carried out by accident.
Yeah. Do you remember Samoa Joe's run in 2012 in TNA when he kept getting himself disqualified after he was using the Kakina clutch?
Yeah, because he just wouldn't let it go.
Yeah, I feel like David Finlay should have been doing that, but with the Oblivion and the Overkill. Just keeps hitting them, and he just loses the plot, and then the referees just disqualify him.
No, but then the ref wouldn't disqualify him for that. They just stop the match and give him the win. So that wouldn't work.
I would disqualify him for unnecessary violence, and it would just piss him off. That's too much overkill.
I guess it could work, but it's not. It doesn't really make much.
Yeah. Temple's asking, Yuya Uemura had a good run. Thoughts on what title he will go for next? I think he was a standout. That's fair.
I weirdly think Yuya's going to go after the TV title. I don't know why, but I've got a feeling that he will.
I agree. I think he's going to get pushed heavy on ELP, and I think ELP will drop it. I think ELP will drop it to him. ELP did stand out. I certainly think he was one of 4 talents in particular that had a strong showing that didn't progress. Drilla Maloney, is the outstanding option. Rahoiwe, Oiwa, Yuya, and Bolton. They're the four that we discussed heavy that are the four that were unlucky not to go through that will next year.
Yeah.
There's no way they don't progress next year.
No. Unless they're all in the same block for some reason, then one of them will have to not progress them.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah. Which would be a very stupid thing, but then as we saw, we had loads of great people in Block A this year.
Yeah. Block A was stacked on the deck, like.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, both blocks were stacked. Block B would have been stacked if Gabe Kidd hadn't gotten injured in the first round.
Yeah. I think if Gabe had not been injured, I think he would have progressed and Finlay wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of, like, the...
Or maybe they both would have got to the semis and then one of them would have lost one.
That wouldn't have been a bad idea either.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll never know now. But...
Nah, we'll never know.
I do find it interesting though that Gabe has been like cleared to wrestle again, but he's not bothered to come back to Japan. He's waiting for Forbidden Doors.
Yeah, I don't understand that decision. What is he waiting for?
No clue.
Like, let's be real. He shouldn't be in that lights out cage match.
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. It's London. He is, for some reason, associated with the Death Riders.
Yeah, but it's him going up against Tanahashi that makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Well, that's the part I just can't come to grips with. Because
maybe it's him and Kenny, because Kenny's on the other side.
Perhaps, yeah. Because you know for a fact Gabe Kidd doesn't want to go anywhere near Tanahashi. Like, they've had their match. He doesn't want to go near him again. He wants to just let him go. I feel like this, I don't know, it just seems strange.
Yeah. But then nothing that goes on right now seems to make any sense.
True.
Yeah. Takeshita eventually ends up winning this match, which, as we said, was the right decision.
Yeah.
And at that point, we all thought that was the end for Finlay, but as we will talk about later, before we get into the G1 final itself, that wasn't the case.
Yep, you can arguably say David Finlay had the biggest turning point out of everybody. There's a big argument for it.
There is, yeah. And then we went from that to the main event, which shouldn't have been the main event. And that was Yota Tsuji and Shota Umino. And at this point, I don't know what you want me to do with Shota at this point.
Essentially, with all due respect, when it comes to Shota Umino, I have lost the will to live.
I think that's fair.
I have.
At this point, he should become a referee.
Yeah. Like, he can be Asami's understudy. Because I've had enough. Yota Tsuji, ever since that Zack Sabre Jr. win, he has been an absolute disgrace.
Yeah.
And I'll say this as well, an excursion doesn't save Shota either.
No.
Like, he honestly needs to be told, kid, you haven't got it. You will not make it as a professional wrestler. Like, that, go find a new job.
Yeah.
Find a new role. Because you just don't work. You're absolutely boring. Like,
if you're the way Tsuji had to carry this match was appalling.
Yeah, if you're a football fan, you'll understand this reference. Yota Tsuji is a running equivalent in the smartest way. He is a happy chap with a Philip Sebo complex. Everything he hits is over the bar. It's never in the goal. Whereas Shota does not land anything right. And the second chapter should be the final chapter and be a final chapter on his goddamn career.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize I just cut a promo on Shota Umino.
I mean, I don't see a way back for him at this point.
Me neither. If I cut a promo on Shota, that's when you know it's over.
Not even Moxley can save this. He is horrendous.
He's done. Like, he should just go.
Yeah.
Don't know where, but I don't care. Like, I'm done
Probably
with him.
DDT at this, right?
Yeah, he can go DDT if he wants.
Joke promotion, joke wrestling, makes sense.
I agree with your brother.
Yeah, simply.
Region!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over for Shota.
Yeah.
This is
I mean, well, it's been over, but this kind of cements it.
Yeah. The final nail in the proverbial coffin.
The way Tsuji had to basically guide this match was awful.
Oh. Tsuji, for the first time all tournament, he looked like he really wanted to disappear. Like, that was
he nearly did. And we're going to talk about that in a moment, I'm sure.
You know that realization...
That was a disgrace as well.
You know that realization moment you have in life when you think you're doing something right and then something goes wrong and you get like your hand over your head shot moment? I think Tsuji felt that this entire match.
Yeah. It's like, God, I can't believe I'm having to deal with this in a G1 playoff.
Yeah, I genuinely feel sorry for Shota. Sorry, not Shota. Yota Tsuji. I genuinely feel sorry for him.
It's probably, you're probably thinking, why couldn't you just give it me to Castro and make Finley face show to make?
Is it so bad that I think this is why it's this performance by Shota that's the reason why Yota didn't beat Evil? Even though
I don't think he was...
even though we thought he was going, I feel like that result actually jeopardized and sabotaged Yota. Because Shota was genuinely sandbagging him. I feel like Yota was genuinely sandbagging him, you know?
You reckon?
Yeah, I think Shota was, yeah. It was
because
so bad.
I don't feel like it was any sort of punishment though, because I feel like Evil was always planned to at least make the fight.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I feel like if the performance had changed in terms of what he got out of that match, I think the conversation may have changed. I feel like it could have changed because of who it is. But Yota now, I don't know where he goes from here.
I had a weird kind of feeling that maybe him and one of the unaffiliates are going to win the tag titles at Wrestle Kingdom.
Takahashi?
Potentially.
I wouldn't mind that. A ticking time bomb with a Gene Blast. That would honestly work.
Because it's probably not going to be Shingo now, which we will again talk about when we get to the final now.
We will, yeah.
And I don't think Nagai is going to be a heavyweight. I think he's going to the junior division.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
Unless they want to, and then obviously there's Titan, who's also a junior.
Hello there.
Oh.
Welcome, Tyler. Hope you're well.
But yeah, this match was also just abysmal.
Yeah, it had no pace to it.
No.
At all.
And again, it's not Tsuji's fault at all. It's completely on the ball bag Shota's.
Yeah. Yota Tsuji's in his element right now where he is consistently putting up top matches and he's being let down by a scrub.
Yeah.
Called Shota Umino. What's up, Rich?
I'm trying to think, what wrestler would you kind of compare Shota to? Like, just in his way of wrestling, like, just...
In terms of just being a dreadful pain in the arse?
Yeah.
There is two wrestlers maybe actually there's three, and I'll let you choose overall. So
okay.
Number 1 is D'Lo Brown. Number 2 might get me in a lot of trouble. Number 2 absolutely is the master of the Pearl River Plunge. So there's one for everybody. Obviously that's a shifty one, but it's the mannerisms that stand out for me. So, and then the last one I would have to say he puts in lack of effort, and he just thinks because who he knows he'll go far. I'm gonna say Ricky Starks, or whatever he's called now.
Ricky Saints.
Yeah. I've never been impressed with him.
I'm surprised you didn't say Trick Williams.
I was going to, but he embarrasses me enough.
I mean, to be fair, at least Trick Williams has won a title. At least, what's Shota done at least?
That is true.
But honestly, I guess out of those three, I'd probably go with Ricky Saints.
Yeah. But he is abysmal. Like, you can't fix Shota Umino. You can't fix it.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't even go Ricky Saints, because at least with him there is the potential that you could fix him in the right scenario. So with that being said, I probably have to go Ahmed Johnson as well.
Yeah. Ahmed is who I would have went with.
Yeah.
I just think the mannerisms, like, he was sloppy. He was only really a one-hit wonder in terms of one move and then out. He just doesn't do the job for me. So, yeah.
Yeah. And he also picked up a lot of injuries, which Shota also seems to have.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But yeah, poor Tsuji, and unfortunately for you, it's only going to get worse from there. And Shota, you can go back to preview tags because you're not ready.
That's where I would put him.
And you're about a hair's breadth away from going back to the dojo.
Oh, that would be so nice to see him go back to the dojo. Because then that'd be it for him.
Yeah. Yeah, from those playoffs, we got the two semifinals of Evil versus Yota Tsuji and Takeshita versus Zack Sabre Jr. And I'm gonna get to the Evil and Tsuji match immediately, because the first thing I want to say before we get into this is Don Farley should never be allowed to hit that move against him.
Yeah, that. I don't understand why he done that.
Yeah.
Like, that was like a very dangerous outsider's edge powerbomb.
Yeah.
And
which you just didn't need to do.
He could have done much worse to Yota.
Yeah.
We're lucky that he's not harmed, but Jesus Christ, he stopped moving.
Yeah. Especially after you saw, especially after you saw the damage that Tsuji did to himself before that. Why would you even think to do a move like that?
Like, why not a choke slam?
Yeah.
Like, it's more, it'll protect it. You can still get the win for. You can still get the impending win for Evil, but at least you're protecting him. That power bomb gives him no protection.
No, not at all.
It's just embarrassing.
Yeah. And it's a shame because up till that point, the match was actually really good. The match
It was actually, yeah.
A lot of fast-paced offense from Tsuji, and then crowd draining moments from Evil.
Yeah.
Then of course, you had all of the House of Torture stuff, which you would expect, but in this match, it wasn't as annoying as you would see previously.
It was actually a good match overall. Like, it was, bar the atypical nonsense, it actually was back and forth. It was really good contest.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it overall. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, but it's just a shame that it had to end in the way that it did.
Yeah.
And I also want to give props to Evil for his quick thinking in getting that match done and essentially getting him out of that game.
Shades of a good veteran, but apparently that's not welcomed by Tony Khan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I think we should, as you said, we should get Tony Khan kidnapped by Evil.
Yeah.
And make him watch his matches.
Yeah. So he can see how a real pro actually works.
Just make him sit there and watch Evil versus we'll just stick on like a Tetsuya Naito match, and like, because he loves Tetsuya Naito and he's got to watch one of his favorites get absolutely mugged. I'm like, well, you can watch this instead.
Yeah, and again, I actually like the way that the commentary solved the ending of this match.
Yeah, they did that well.
In all the confusion, they didn't know whether he'd given up or whether the ref had just decided to stop the match.
Yeah, it was exactly what we said was going to happen as well. We said that whoever would face Evil in the semi-finals, they would pass out.
Yeah, but just not in the way we expected.
No, we just thought that it would be on his own accord, like the pain. Yeah. But no, it was the interference that caused it, so it's kind of deflating.
But I do also want to give props for Evil's increased use of the Darkness Scorpion.
Yeah, he's
as a way to actually end matches rather than it just being a submission move.
Yeah, I really am impressed that he's doing it more.
Because I think in all of his matches he finished that with about 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like he won with that 3 times.
Yeah, and it's good to see.
Yeah, but then from the downer of that match, we then got to Zack Sabre Jr. and Konosuke Takeshita.
Mm-hmm. The true test match, as we thought.
Yes. We finally got the result that we should have got in the blocks.
Yeah. The soon-to-be challenger defeating the champion in an exciting contest as well. But because he's won this match now, it asks so many questions, and I suppose we can only find out, but this was a good matchup. Like, this was better than the block phase.
Yeah. I think so, just for the dynamic and the stakes that it had.
Yeah. I agree.
And it's not even like it was miles better than the other match. It was just like a smidge better, I'd say. And sometimes in wrestling, that's all you need. All you need is something small to make a match seem grander to me.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like the slightest little thing can make it so much better, and that's what you want to see. Sleight of hand is always effective.
Yeah. Because what I often feel in wrestling is that when you're trying too hard to make a match seem better, it actually makes it worse and takes away from what happened before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm the same. I completely agree with that statement.
Yeah. But yeah, it was more of the same, really. It was technical, just expert going out.
Yeah. Were you happy by the result, though?
Yeah. Because I didn't think, because obviously I've said that I don't think Zach needed to even be in this playoffs. I don't think
Yeah.
he needed to advance.
No, he had no need.
Yeah, and then after after the preview tag on the day of the playoffs, I was worried that Zach was going to win this match after Evil won his own.
The way that Zach was coming out of these matches, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and then also just the way that, and then also the things that Zach has done since this match, which what he did in the finals today was also quite interesting to touch on, which we'll get to.
Oh, absolutely. Do you feel like they're changing up Zach again?
I really don't know, to be honest.
Because I don't know either. I feel like they're playing a different type of game, and they don't know whose turn it is.
Yeah, it's like everything to do with Zach feels a bit abrupt right now. So.
Yeah, which isn't helpful.
No. But then I guess it's just a good thing that he can work well with pretty much whatever scenario he has.
Yeah, 100%.
Although there are a few interesting spots in this match as well. I feel like Zach's submissions in this match were quite interesting to see. It's like he tried a few variants, but he ended up he kept going back to the same knee bar, which I thought was a bit much.
Yeah, that bugged me.
Yeah. Because obviously, I get that Takeshi's knee wasn't great after the whole Ren Narita match, but you have so many different holds and you're going for the same one. It just doesn't feel right.
It felt like you're playing that one person on like a 2K game, and you've got the same person spamming.
Because they only know one move, so that's what they decide to do.
An absolute joke.
Yeah. And then there was also the ending of this match, which I thought was quite scary especially after the first match.
Yeah, the ending was. I was very surprised that they went for it. I was surprised they allowed it to happen. Zack Sabre Jr. is very lucky not to have any injuries that we know of. But this should never have happened.
No.
I don't know why you would allow a top rope brainbuster that lands on the mat.
I don't even think that wasn't what the plan was. But it's just kind of what ended up happening. It's just...
Yeah. I don't know what the intention was. Maybe it was the brainbuster on the apron.
What I think Takeshita was trying to do was hit a raging fire off the top rope one. And then he's kind of just slipped, and that's what happened.
It's certainly possible, and it would be a fair deflection on it. I feel like they just got it horribly wrong, and they didn't get it.
Yeah. But that ended up with Takeshita winning, which again I feel like was a positive.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously now that we know the results of the G1, it'll be interesting to see how they play off of this.
Yeah, I mean the brackets themselves were actually very good. I mean,
yeah, for what they were good.
Yeah, but then of course it did obviously lead to. I mean, you get the top rope brainbuster. Obviously, it was meant to be the Raging Fire, which I agree. We then get the running knee, and then another Raging Fire, and then Takeshita wins the match, and then we get the match that everyone's been waiting for.
Yeah. Or before that, we had Evil and the House of Torture showing up, and then surrounding the ring and doing nothing. So.
Yeah, that made no sense either.
Yeah. Because like either if you're gonna do that, either get in the ring and attack him, or just do nothing.
Mm-hmm. Felt like too much respect was shown when it was unnecessary.
Yeah.
And goes against your MO.
Yeah. Especially when you already did the whole fake respect thing with Tanahashi before.
Yeah. And nobody appreciated that.
Yeah. But yeah, but before we get into that match, there is a lot that needs to be discussed prior to this final. There's not much in the. Yes, obviously we start with the second tag match, which was Taichi and Kojima against Makabe and Murashima. This match was obviously just like a little warm up for the crowd, as most of the preview tags are. But what happened after this match is the big talking point with Youngblood coming back and joining David Finlay.
Yeah, that definitely caught people by surprise, and the crowd did react as well, which was nice.
Yeah. And like I said, it's very interesting to see the dynamic that they've gone with bringing this tag team in, because it's similar to how Gabe and Alex joined the War Dogs in the first place.
Yeah. I feel like it's nice that they've gone back to that moment, which was a turning point. And I like that they're using that as a reference. And I'm hoping to see what they do next. I'm eager to see how well they do.
Yeah. And then we had Bolton Oleg, El Phantasma, and Tiger Mask against House of Torture. This again also had Fale pinning Bolton Oleg.
Yeah, and I'll be annoyed if they reward that big lump of coal with an overweight, never openweight championship match.
Yeah.
If that ends up being a match, then
just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then also in the post-match for this, El Phantasma was talking about wanting to get back to doing his TV title open challenges, because he's been a bit iffy about not being able to do them because of the G1 tournament.
Yeah, I suppose. But even so,
and obviously, as I said earlier, and obviously, as I said earlier, I feel like that's going to lead to Uemura being the next guy to challenge him for that.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, let me have it.
Yeah. Because I think those two can make magic, right?
Me too. I absolutely...
The amount, the high flying and just the wrestling abilities of both men, I feel like that could be something special. Like,
it would honestly be a show stealer.
Yeah. And then obviously we can skip the Team Tanahashi and United Empire match, because that was a match with Shota Umino in it, so obviously nothing happens.
Yeah, fuck Shota Umino.
And then here we had the unaffiliates and the War Dogs, and as I said, this seemed to have Shingo calling out Gabe Kidd in the press conference, in like the post comments.
Yeah. And if so, and we get it, it's going to be very interesting.
Very indeed. And then also in the backstage comments, Drilla Maloney completely overlooked this match, and his focus is on killing Sinar Truth for what seems to be the 1 millionth time.
I loved that. I was in stitches.
Yeah.
Sinar Truth, what a gimmick.
Yeah. And then so plays into what happens in the final with all of the House of Torture's shenanigans leading to Zack Sabre Jr. going crazy again, and then him making an appearance in the final.
Absolutely. I was very surprised by that.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out Zack right now. Like, I'm actually caught in both ways with what he's meant to be now.
Yeah. Me as well. It doesn't even seem like he's got like a role, like he's just there because somebody else got hurt.
Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Roy Sheen?
I heard that you did well in the predictions for Emergence.
Who, Roy Sheen?
Yeah.
She had the best start out of everybody, but then the worst ending. But did do well, yeah.
That's usually how it goes with predictions. You start well, you end horribly.
Or in my case, you get screwed by the system. You get screwed by Sam McCallaghan, and you get screwed by everything else.
But I think we've come to learn by now that you're not the best at predicting wrestling. You're not.
I put in too much of my own logic.
Yep. Sometimes you've got to use Booker's logic rather than actual brain powers.
Yeah.
But yeah, any thoughts on the previews and what they mean for the future of New Japan going forward?
I think what is sets in stone, because we said at the start of the tournament, and this was a problem, is New Japan have been struggling along with ideas, and Noah has steamed ahead of them.
Yeah.
And I feel like some of the preview matches, performances in the individual matches themselves, gives New Japan a chance to maybe turn the tide a bit. I think it does give them an opportunity. Will they? I don't know, but we'll certainly have a chance to find out.
We will.
But I really enjoyed the
things. Yeah, but with all of the things that they have planned, what would you say is the biggest like key thing for you? Like, what are you most looking forward to?
I think for me, I'm really excited to see what happens between the could it be the demise of Finlay, the next emergence of Yota.
Yeah, because that is another interesting thing to mention. Finlay seems to still have this beef with Yota Tsuchi for allowing Evil to get to the final front.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and I think the last thing for me is I'm eager to see is just what happens in main divisions that are being held back by certain talents who have no business being in there. I think now's the time for some of the old guard to be flushed out.
Yeah.
And yeah, Catherine, absolutely. They need to have more faith in young talent. Yeah. They've got some good young talent there. They just have to allow them to shine.
Yeah. But will they do that? Who knows?
Not with Gedo in charge.
Gedo, he's got a lot of questions to answer going forward.
He is a terrorist.
Yeah. I think that's the only way that you can describe him as.
A proper Booker's terrorist. Absolutely.
Yeah. But I guess all of that led us to the actual final of the G1, which was Takeshita and Evil.
Yeah. That was heavy hitting. They could get rid of Gedo if they wanted to, Catherine, but they just choose not to.
A very heavy hitting match, a very interference based match. But an anticlimactic match, I would say. Because it felt like, as the match ended, it felt like there was still more for them to get into.
Yeah, and you know how
like I was expecting another ref bump before the match ended.
And you know how I said that I genuinely thought this was going to go an hour?
Yeah.
The way they were wrestling, it felt like it. And it is a listed hour. It is a listed hour on New Japan World, by the way. An hour and 6 minutes. Obviously, that includes the celebration stuff, but like, the match itself,
the actual match was the actual match was under half an hour.
Yeah, it was about 26 minutes.
Yeah,
which is quite disappointing. And that's good to see it.
Also broke correctly. The longest time in a G1 tournament from start to end in terms of match timings.
3 hours 58 minutes, something like that.
I believe so.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
And obviously, credit to him where credit is due. He does deserve it. He's a hard worker. But, of course, that does raise, obviously, the questions. And, obviously, I do like what we got in general. I do like that we got some great wrestling. We got some great wrestling.
Yeah.
But
it actually started very well. And there was a funny moment that while the House of Torture were beating Takeshita up on the outside, you had Evil grabbing the G1 trophy and celebrating on the ropes like he'd already won the match.
I love that. That was actually a brilliant moment by Evil. That's what heels should be doing. Oh,
yeah.
We are now on 397.
Oh, nice.
Guys, please, big push. If you can help us get 3 new subscribers, that would be absolutely incredible.
Yeah, that would be mega. That
because I'm hoping we do maybe a 400 subscriber stream show. Like we can do like a big sit down Q&A show and just sit there and just have fun. That'd be
interesting. Yeah.
Just anything in general. If you guys can share this amongst your Discord, your friends, family, community, obviously that would be appreciative. But I do want to bring this up for everybody as well because this is really important. I said earlier on that I brought Roy Sheen. Yes, you were number 304, which is crazy. I do remember certain numbers on certain people, which is wild. But I have put some stuff on the community tab that stands out. So, like I said, the best shot of the G1. Name me an entrance shot better than that. You could arguably say that it's the best entrance of 2025.
Behind Travis Scott, of course.
Oh, we're still not going there. But it is honestly right up there. You could maybe say Kenny's Dynasty entrance, but this was just top tier. And I just love that shot. And then obviously, that's the whole Evil thing. Now that I'm proud of. My Takeshita edit with the G1 cut.
I saw that. I like that.
I've got my editing groove back, which feels good. But, ladies and gentlemen, of course, as we can reveal, in a solid 26-minute match, the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita has won the 35th G1 CLIMAX winner. But then he does what maybe some would have thought, maybe some people wouldn't have, but he has done it. What has he done?
he has declared that he wants to challenge Takeshita. That's it. Well, he doesn't. Well, he hasn't officially declared that he wants to challenge Zack Sabre Jr., but he did mention that he wants to walk into Wrestle Kingdom as the G1 winner and the champion, which would mean that he would have to have that match with Zack before Wrestle Kingdom.
I wonder. I don't want it to be a short reign. I think that'd be cold. But what if Takeshita was to win it at Dynasty and lose it at Wrestle Kingdom?
Dynasty is after Wrestle Kingdom.
It's after.
Yeah.
I suppose you could. I was gonna say do one or the other, but I feel like they should switch it round.
I feel like what they're gonna do is they're gonna. I don't even know, where would they have the match. Do you think?
I suppose you could have it on the road to. You could have it on the road to Wrestle Kingdom.
I'm thinking there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm thinking there's 5 shows before Wrestle Kingdom that they could possibly do it at there.
Yeah.
You've got there's 6 even, because Nagata's got his special show that they could do it on. Yeah. So you've got that show. You've got either the Destruction in Kobe, Destruction in Ryogoku. You've got the Power Struggle. You've got the special Stardom show that they do. Or they could have it as a part of Super Junior Tag League, just as like a big attraction thing.
Yeah. I think it'll be Destruction in Kobe, or it'll be Power Struggle. Power Struggle seems to get it a lot. If you think about it, those types of world title matches, I feel like it could happen there. But the only thing is that if they do it that late, that again gives the potential for just a short 2-month reign match. Yeah, I agree. So the question is, ladies and gentlemen, do you agree with Takeshita challenging Zack Sabre Jr. early, or do you want Takeshita to wait until Wrestle Kingdom? And if either or, does Takeshita win the IWGP World Championship, and who do you have challenging him at Wrestle Kingdom as champion? Let us hear your thoughts in the chat.
It'd be very interesting to see what you're thinking.
Yeah. I know obviously we spoke backstage and you think it might be Gabe Kidd.
Yeah.
I think it's between him and Tsuji. I feel like Tsuji, he has to get something back. He can't just keep losing big matches like this.
Yeah.
Because if he keeps losing big matches, eventually they're going to lose him. Because he'll go, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah.
So I feel like they have to do it. And if you notice as well, Takeshita the whole tournament is wrestled in his white trunks with the black trim. And this match he went for the camel dark ones.
Yeah.
Which I thought was actually good to see, because prior to this match, the only person who changed up their wrestling attire was Yota Tsuji. Because at the start of the tournament, he wrestled in his red leather jacket, the red federo, and the red long tights that he wears, and then the midway through the block phase, he changed to blue with the red jacket.
Yeah, and then for, I believe it was the semi-final, he brought out the trunks, the short trunks.
He did, yeah. It's like a big switch up between them, which is nice. I think they should be doing that. Instead of the same gear all the time. Actually switch up your gear.
Yeah. But get all of your predictions and thoughts as to who Takeshita may be facing at Wrestle Kingdom if he beats that game.
Yeah. we got treated to a good match. We got treated to a good tournament.
We did indeed.
So Tyler Helton is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Tyler. We appreciate it.
Very nice to have you.
I will say this though, and I'd like to know what you thought. So this crowd actually was up by 1,600 from last year's show, but it's still, so it was about 6,700, but it was still down by over 1,000 for the last G1 final, but in a different environment. It clearly shows that they've got a draw there if they get it right, but are they still reliant on certain talents who clearly aren't doing the work anymore?
I think so. And I think that's going to be a very big problem when the biggest person that they're relying on won't be wrestling anymore.
Mm-hmm. Big Tana.
Yep.
Because we said at the start of the tournament, and I stand by it, you can love him or hate him for how he treated championships, but the biggest draw in New Japan since the likes of Okada and all that left, the biggest draw in New Japan was Tetsuya Naito. And the minute Naito left, it's been downhill.
Arguably, you could say that, yeah.
And you can't turn that around. I'm surprised that they've not considered Naito as a creative individual. He would do really well for them.
I mean, it's hard to do worse than Gedo, isn't it?
Exactly. But Gedo absolutely does need to go.
Yeah.
This tournament has proved that by some of the costly decisions of certain talents that they've chose not to go with just because of saying sake. Like the story of Yoshihashi getting revenge on Zack Sabre Jr., then you have him lose to Zack. Drilla Maloney having generational tournament and he doesn't progress.
Yeah. Like, what are we doing here?
It's embarrassing.
Very embarrassing. But yeah, that was a very good G1, I would say. It's definitely... I think this G1 was better than last year's, personally.
I agree. Obviously, I love last year's winner, but I do love this year's winner as well. And I think this actually does make it more effective as a tournament.
Yeah.
And it's nice they did go with the younger talent.
Oh my god, this is funny.
What?
I'm gonna send it to you on Twitter. I want to see your reaction to her. He absolutely stinks, by the way, when you see this.
Oh my god.
Absolutely stinks.
That is absolutely funny. Yoke Lesnar stinker hook line. It's stinker and hook. That is absolutely top tier.
I've seen so many slander names from him. I've been calling him Yok Tua.
I seen that. That had me laughing.
And I even managed to get a picture of Hayley Welch in an Arsenal shirt.
Oh, I'm actually going to put one up myself actually right now. I'm going to quote that tweet and you're going to laugh when you see it.
I can't believe Arsenal fans tried to convince us all that he was supposed to be this special talent.
You know what's so good about it as well is the fact that I did one with Man United obviously, but I'm like the fact that we chose Šeško and then he got booed. He got booed to fuck at Old Trafford when he got taken off.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I didn't think that Šeško was. I thought, to be fair, that they were, apart from maybe Cunha, I thought that they were all kind of iffy. I thought
Mbeumo, Cunha, Dorgu was our better players.
Interesting. What do you think of Mbeumo? Because I feel like he looks a bit like not in shape for football.
No problem, Roy Sheen. We'll see you in 20. There we go. I've put my quote tweet now on that tweet. I do think Gyökeres is a good player, but I feel like he is going to struggle in the Prem. I feel like he's not going to get
he's definitely not going to get he's definitely not going to get the 30 goals that people were claiming that he would.
Yeah, I think the closest he's going to get to 30 goals is watching Sesko get that close.
And I don't even think them combined will reach 30 goals.
I think Sesko will get about 18.
What, in this Man United team?
Yeah.
Interesting.
If it was with Rashford and Garnacho behind him, he gets 4. But Mbeumo and Cunha will help him. I think that is by far our best front three. But we do need midfielders.
And then I've also seen that your club have taken Sancho's number away from him, though.
Yeah, I burst out laughing when I saw that.
Yeah. I think that's a bit harsh.
I'm alright with that. We do need midfielders. We do need a goalkeeper. Because today proved that Arsenal were they did nothing all game. They were just lucky to play in. I don't take them seriously as a title challenger. They're so overrated. Yeah.
No.
When you rely on players like Bukayo Saka and Martinelli and all that, you're not winning anything.
Martinelli's terrible as well.
He is crap.
Yeah.
And Odegaard clearly plays for the bitchmobiles because he's terrible.
Yeah.
And apparently all this world-class defence. You were just lucky that United kept shooting outside the box.
Yeah.
That was it. If United had got into the box, it would have been a totally different game.
Yeah.
And if we started with a striker, they would have been screwed.
After seeing that game, I already can't wait to play the match for the end of the month.
Oh, yous will smoke them. Yous will genuinely smoke them.
Especially if you've actually got Isak in as well. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think just for us, the fact is we played without a main striker. We chose to play Mason Mount, who actually had a decent game, but
But at the same time, why are you playing Mason Mount? Why?
Yeah, exactly. We should have played with a recognised striker. Ahmad should have started from the off because Dalot was crap. And the midfield needs improved. If we had started with those two on the field, I genuinely think we would have won that game.
Yeah.
And Ugarte midfield, Ugarte's a bit of a concern for me as well, but he's still a good player.
Yeah. Even when he came on, he was crap as well.
Yeah. There's something about him. I'm not sure what it is, but it's clearly not working.
The fact that you're still starting the fact that you're still having to start Casemiro in 2025 is a concern too. Though.
Yeah, we should let him go in the summer. I'm surprised he's not had an offer to go yet. I don't know what's going on, but
no one's going to pay $350K for him now.
Yeah, we have to get rid of him somehow. And I feel like what doesn't help is we talk so badly about our players that we don't want, and I think it puts them off potential buyers. And if we put them off, then they won't go anywhere. So I'm like, why can't we not just praise them and whatever and be like, well, this is a chance for you to go. But we'll just continue to slate them instead, and their market value comes down for it. And
whatever little market value they've got left anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, now that we've reviewed the G1 final and we've talked about all of the big talking points from this show, I think it's time for us to actually rate our performers. Yeah,
we are going to. So we
have 19 wrestlers to talk about because obviously we're not going to do Gabe Kidd because he didn't participate.
Absolutely. So what I'm going to do...
I'm hoping this is a tier list that we're doing here.
I'm going to see if I can find a tier list for it. If we can, then we've actually got something here.
Yes.
Let's see. Create a G1 CLIMAX 35 tier list. Oh, okay.
I'm also worried that summer's ending. I'm also worried that summer's ending really quickly because the light outside is The light outside is going very early now.
It's still up there for me. There is actually a tier list.
Maybe it's just because it's cloudy as well in London, so that doesn't help. Maybe.
There is 20 here because they do have. I think they do have Gabe Kidd on this, but we can remove it. But I actually do have.
Nice.
I do have a tier list for this. Like the images
Nice.
are. The only thing is, though, is the images are bloody small. Like they've made the images quite small. In terms of you can't see full faces, so you can only see some of them, so it makes it harder. But we do have a tier list for the G1, so let me share screen. And I'll go into full screen on here. Zoom in. And remove this piece of crap. Remove this piece of crap. Remove this piece of crap. Get off my screen. Okay, so I think
Get out my pub.
Get out of my pub. So how you want to? I'm not gonna call them S tier all that. I want to give them some proper names. So I think I'm gonna do this appropriately and tell me what you think.
Okay. I think we need. If we're doing that, I think we need another tier.
Yeah. What do you think?
I like that. We need another tier. And this tier is going to be called Ren Narita Ring. No. Ren Narita is going below the Umino Disaster Ring.
Ooh, okay.
Because I'm just sick of seeing him. Because I'm just.
Yeah, and I'll make it even funny. I'll actually put it in black.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just we don't get a good font color. Hold on. I'll just put it in. There we go. We'll just call it. We'll just call it Ren Narita. That's how bad it is.
Yeah. Because Evil and Sonada, they were nowhere near as bad as he was.
What the heck? Get out of the way. Fuck off. No. Oh, feck's sake.
Oh, Lord.
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, so the Umino Disaster, Ren and the Ren Narita. Yeah, there we go. Just below, sorry, just above that, we'll just say.
I was going to say mid because.
I was going to say relatively decent.
Yeah.
I'll just say good. Right in there. Then I'm going to say. But I want to put one in just above. Should I put it above good? I'm thinking over exceeded expectations.
Depends on how many people you think over exceeded expectations.
4.
It depends. What were you going to call the tier above good if you weren't going to do the expectations one?
I was going to call it positively shocking, as a homage to Sean Connery's James Bond. Positively
okay,
shocking,
then yeah,
in a positive sense, like they were.
Okay, then yeah,
shocking.
you can do the overachieved one, or
would you put it above good or underneath good?
Well, I mean, if they've surprisingly overachieved, then it's better than good one.
Right, we'll do that then. So we'll do. So we'll do over exceeded expectations. Thanks to Dyslexia for ruining this opportunity. No. There we go. And then, just as a pun, but a good pun, positively shocking. Because they were incredible. And then number one, I think there's only one appropriate name for top tier.
Takeshita?
The Alpha.
That's what I was thinking anyways.
Because I think you can get potentially one other person in that tier, even though they never made it out the block.
Yeah.
Potentially. How do you think Ace Austin did on Collision? I thought he was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Ace Austin, honestly, he's one of those wrestlers where he very rarely disappoints. Like, he always delivers.
I'm actually surprised that he's gone to AEW, but
in a way,
it's very interesting.
I actually think I do think he's made the right call. I don't think WWE would have fitted him. I still think that the X division needs him most. I do agree on that. So
that was my only thing. But then I guess if TNA's sole purpose is to eventually be eaten by WWE, I guess it kind of makes sense for him to not be there.
Yes, I agree. So for everyone that's watching, we've got the Ren Narita tier, which is basically the worst of the worst. The Umino Disaster, named after Shota Umino, which is second. Relatively decent, you did okay. Good, right in the middle. Over exceeded expectations, which is very... Why is it not... Oh. You know what, I'm just going to change that to exceeded expectations.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
I mean, we all get the point anyway. You've done well, basically.
Yeah.
You've done well, but I'm looking to see more next year. But
yeah. There we go. Exceeded expectations, which means you've done better than many had hoped, but still not overall there, but doing well. And then positively shocking, as in like you were exciting to watch. You delivered when maybe you were expected to, but you still raised your game. And then the Alpha, which is like the absolute best of the whole tournament.
Yeah.
So I think we'll make it very obvious for everybody straight away.
Yeah. Where is he?
There's the scumbag in his own tier. Yep. There's Shota in his own tier. And then where is he?
Where's the winner? Where's our winner?
Put him in there just so I can raise it. There we go. I'll zoom it just a little bit for everyone so we can see. There we go. So we have our main man Callum. We've got Oiwa, Julian Maloney, SELP, Evil, Finlay, Gabe Kidd, Middlecan, Bolton Oleg, Sana Truth, Taichi, Shingo Takagi, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Yota Tsuji, Yoshihashi, Yuya Uemura, and of course the world champion Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah. How are we gonna start this? Like in what order? Like,
I think we can go with any order. Like maybe just pick one at random, or just go through. But obviously, guys in the chat, if you've got somebody you'd like to go into a tier position, please pitch it, and then we will work our way up.
Okay, so if we're gonna start, I actually want to start with Tanahashi since this is going to be his last.
You can absolutely go with Tanahashi. What's up, Matt?
And I'm actually going to go in. I'm actually going to say positively shocked for Tanahashi.
He did very well in this tournament, in my opinion. Like and not many people would have had him to do well, and he did.
Yeah. He had a few standout matches, like the matches with Oiwa, Uemura, Taichi, especially. Those were up there with some of the best matches in this tournament. Those.
Yeah. Get down. There we go. I wanted to see if I could make them bigger. This is really pissing me off. There we go. You just can't extend them. I wanted to try and make it like extend the tier so it's a bit
I'm sure
bigger,
you can.
but
I'm sure that does it itself if you add a certain amount of
probably.
things.
But yeah, guys, for this tier list, it's only for the G1 tournament participants. Of course, we do have our lists. We do have these are purely our idea. This is purely our opinions. There is no right or wrong answer, except when it comes to Ren, Narita, Shota Umino, Tanahashi, and Takeshita. I would like to put one away that absolutely does deserve to go up there, and I said it's based on the tournament and what they did.
Yeah.
He was unlucky not to get out of the block, but I would like to put Drilla Maloney in the alpha tier.
I would agree. Yeah.
I think Drilla Maloney was by far the best newcomer. Obviously, Ray Oiwa, I said at the very start, keep an eye on this guy. Same with Bolton Oleg, but then Drilla Maloney really turned the tide. Like Drilla Maloney came in acting like a heavyweight. He looks like a heavyweight now, and he had a phenomenal tournament. It was a shame that he just did not get out the block. But the reason why he's in the alpha tier for me, he did not have a bad match with anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And there were even matches that I think he should have main evented, but for some reason just didn't.
Maria says, do you think Nigel versus Zack Sabre Jr. is going to be really good at Forbidden Door? I like the participants, but no, I don't know if this is... I think it'll be good for British wrestling that it's these two.
Yeah.
But
in terms of an actual match, I don't think it will be.
I think it should... even though I did say I would like Zack to get Nigel, I actually think it should have been Lee Moriarty. I think Lee Moriarty's had a much better year. Why is he not being given a chance to do this? He deserves it more than Nigel does. He's only in this match just for that moron to turn heel on him.
Yeah.
And that doesn't excite me. So I hope they have a good match, but it was the wrong winner. Even though I thought Nige was going to win, I was like, you know what, let Nige have it. But then I reflected on it, and I think actually, never mind.
Yeah,
the match could end up being great though, but the premise is still important. So I put Drilla Maloney in the alpha. Who is next for you, sir?
Great O'Khan is going into the Umino Disaster.
Yep, 100%.
I feel like those two basically just complement each other perfectly.
Yeah, I want to put in one final tier, and it's unfair, but I have to do it. I need to change that color actually. Can't have them all the same bloody color. It's ridiculous. This one it's unfair, but I have to do it. This one I'm going to just call, and it's no disrespect, I'm just calling this one unranked.
Yeah.
Because that's the only place where sadly this man goes.
Yeah.
Gabe Kidd is unranked. He only had one match and he got injured. Yeah. Hey James, that's all right, mate. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. We're just doing this tier list for the G1. Let us know what you think, of course. And this is your categories. We have the Alpha, exceeded expectations, positively shocking, named after the James Bond line, but it's a positive, not a deadly line. Good, relatively decent. The Umino disaster after Shota, because he is a disaster. Ren Narita, which is just the worst of the lot, and then unranked. In fact, see, because it's the worst of the lot, I'm gonna put these two at the very bottom.
Yeah,
because they are a sack of shit.
And honestly, even in that one match, Gabe Kidd had a better tournament than all three of them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's see. I'm gonna go. My pick. You know what? I don't think many people expected him to do this well. I'm gonna go Yoshihashi and positively shocking. Or
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I was between that and exceeded expectations. What do you think?
Well, just on the basis that you said that you didn't expect him to do that well, it would have to be exceeded expectations.
Yeah. I think just the way that he actually had a lot of good results as well. But he did get denied the win. He should have beat Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah.
There was no reason he deserved to lose that. But yeah.
I'd say so, yeah.
But yeah, guys, get your own votes in. We still have left Callum Newman, Rahoiwe Oiwa, El Phantasmo, Evil, Finlay, Bolton Oleg, Sana Truth, not Sanada, Tai Chi, Shingo Takagi, Yota Tsuji, Yuya Imura, and Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah, absolutely, Matt. They shoehorned Daniel Garcia in there and screwed up. Absolutely.
I think next I'm going to go with El Phantasmo, and I'm going to say relatively decent.
I think that's a reasonably fair one. I don't think he had a great tournament. I think he was just there. So
it wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible either. But it was
standard ELP when he's not at his best, relatively decent. I agree with that.
Like I'd say, he didn't do enough to say it was good, but it was nowhere near a disaster. But
yeah, I agree. Next one for me. I don't know what you think of this, but I'm just going to put him straight in. Tai Chi and good.
Oh, good. I would be a bit higher, but give me your reasons for saying good.
Feel free. Like, if
I was thinking positively shocking for the simple fact that he wasn't in this tournament for this.
No, that's fair. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a very good point, actually. And if the rankings do matter, I would also put him ahead of Tanahashi. I would. Yes, we can certainly do that at the end. Like, we can change the rankings round of talents. Like, that's a good idea. Who have you got then? I'm gonna say Sana Truth. I'm gonna say Sana Truth, and I'm gonna put him in good. I think this is a good tournament for him. I agree. He was entertaining. He did a job well. He was entertaining, provided good comedy, and his matches, while very formulaic, they weren't terrible. So I think good. I think that's pretty fair for him. Absolutely. I'm gonna go 100% next for this one. Yeah. He's just below the alpha only because he had one match that did bring him down, which is unfortunate. But I have to be fair on how I'm ranking them. Yeah, I agree with that. So yeah, Rahoiwe Oiwa and exceeded expectations. 2, 4, 6, 8 left. What are you thinking? Yeah. I'm going to say who am I going to? I'm going to take Callum Newman, and I'm going to put him in exceeded expectations as well. He had a very good tournament once he started relaxing. Yeah. I think he was not as relaxed when the tournament started. He was like very rushy with his pace, but eventually, once he settled, that was it. It's almost like at the start of the tournament, he felt like he had a point to prove after his comments before the tournament. And then I feel like after he beat Tanahashi, that's when he kind of started to pace himself a bit better. I wonder, and this is just a hunch, I wonder if maybe after the Tanahashi match, maybe Tanahashi backstage had a word with him. Could be. Hey, Roy Sheen, good to see you. I feel like maybe we had a conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, honestly, James, if you get a chance, go and watch some of these matches. Because especially today, even you missed some good stuff.
Yeah.
If you get a chance. Okay, so I'm gonna go with my guy Suji, and I'm gonna go straight in positively shocking.
Yeah.
Because for me, he is the definition of positively shocking.
Yeah.
He had an incredible tournament.
Yes. I would agree with that. And it might seem harsh for Suji, but it also felt like he kind of underachieved, maybe.
Yeah, he should have got to the final.
Yeah. But obviously that's not his fault. It's just the way that they decided to place everyone.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. We have 6 left. The world champion, Umura, Takagi, Oleg, Finlay, Evil.
I think this is perfect. We're going to take Zack Sabre Jr. And we're going to put him in good. And the only reason it's good and not relatively decent is because of the matches that he had.
Yeah.
I would have put him in relatively decent because I feel like there are certain wins that he got that kind of weren't necessary for him to win.
You want to put him in relatively decent?
But no. I would still put him in good because the actual matches themselves were fantastic, as you would expect.
Yeah.
But the thing that stops him going any higher were the fact that there were certain matches that he just didn't need to win.
Yeah. I massively agree. Like, for example, his final 2 matches and the Yoshi match in particular, he had no right one in that.
Yeah.
You've got 2 picks left. I've got 3.
Yeah.
Because of the way the tournament unfizzled itself, I'm going to put a guy I like in here.
Yeah.
Because we ended up getting nothing out of Finlay as a payoff. So even though he got out, he then gets immediately eliminated. So yeah, he's in relatively decent. He should have just went, as you said earlier on, he should have just lost every match.
Should have just been eliminated, yeah.
Yeah.
And in a weird way, if he had just been eliminated, I would have probably argued to put him in good.
See if he got eliminated as well. That would have made his recruitment of the young bloods even better as well.
Yeah.
Because that would have been like, this guy, he's only reacting because he lost in the playoff. But mate, you were just really disappointing. Whereas if he lost in the group all the block phase, and he goes, I'm bringing new blood, that would really test the water.
Yeah.
But we didn't get that.
Yes.
So
the next one I feel like is going to be pretty obvious. I'm picking Evil, and he's going straight in Alpha.
In Alpha?
Yeah.
It has to be. Yeah. I was gonna take Evil next as well, you bastard. And I was gonna put him in. When it comes to this tournament, that is your alphas.
Yeah.
Like it's not even a debate. A lot of people are going to get annoyed that Evil is so high up, but quite frankly, Evil is so high up because
if you're not a fan of Evil and you're thinking, why is he this high? Honestly, watch his matches and you'll see why.
He is.
I actually think he's becoming quite underrated and underappreciated.
See, this time last year, I was hating Evil so much because he was pissing me off.
Yeah.
But then I went back to what I liked about Evil, and I've gave him a second chance, and I've just been so enjoying his work.
Yeah. Like, I feel like at this point, I've kind of been able to kind of take Evil's interferences in his matches for what it is. Like, we're not going to get rid of that. But his actual wrestling has seemed to improve this year as well.
Yeah, and I actually will praise this. I think it says a lot that he is hated this much that Tony Khan doesn't want him anywhere near the likes of Forbidden Door. And I think, because of that, I think that stands on your point that Evil is becoming underrated.
Yeah. I actually said this. I think he's becoming very underrated and underappreciated in like the wrestling fandom.
Yeah, and you know what else as well?
And it also shows that he's doing his job well because he's a heel. You're not supposed to want to see him at any point. You're not.
Exactly. Evil is gonna lead on, and you're gonna see Jake Lee get the same thing because he's another one that's in the same situation. He gets so much unnecessary hate that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So I actually do see something, and honestly, I'm all here for it. Mm-hmm. I am here for it. So absolutely.
Whether it be the global title or the actual world title, I do see a big title run in Evil's future. I do.
Oh yeah. Because if he still ends up at Wrestle Kingdom as the #1 contender as well.
Yeah. Because who knows how that's going to go with Takeshita doing his challenge now.
Massively. You've got one left. I've got two. So,
yeah,
who am I going to go with? You could realistically say 4 of these guys are exceeded expectations. One of them's a positively shocking. One of them's actually, you could say, is a good. But I'm going to go with. I am going to go with Yuya Uemura.
Yeah.
And for me, he is the. You could potentially say you've actually got another one in exceed expectations, but I think Yuya Uemura was positively shocking.
Yeah. And I think it's quite fitting that he's in the same tier as Tanahashi, I think.
Yeah, because it just bolds into what he represents.
Yeah.
And it's really good what he produced for the tournament. So, my friend, your final pick, Bolton or the Dragon?
I'm going to take Shingo because I've got a feeling that you want to do Bolton.
Yeah.
And for Shingo, I'm going to say relatively decent. And that may seem shocking, but I feel like there was a lot more potential there for him that he obviously wasn't able to do because he didn't advance past the blocks.
I agree, and I feel like that's where.
Because when I look at Shingo Takagi, I see him finalist in any G1 ice.
Yeah, hands down, and I feel like that's what gives us the excitement behind him, that we know that's his level, and the fact that he didn't have the best of tournaments, we know he can raise the game next. Yeah, and that's what makes it intriguing. So my final pick is very obvious where he's going. Bolton Oleg is the final exceeded expectations block,
and that's where I would have put him if I decided to take him as well. He's just fantastic.
He's incredible. Guys, apart
from the whole stupid Don Farley thing at the end, he didn't have a single blemish on this tournament.
No, he did not. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can see it, these are your lists. So we have the alpha tier, your best, in our opinion, the best performers of the tournament, exceeded expectations, talents that we thought maybe could get to this level, or where would we expect they'd end up doing a lot better than they did. Positively shocking, obviously, is talents that really lit up the tournament and actually delivered on a scale that we didn't really expect in a different way, which is nice. You've got good, which is just, again, standard, relatively in the middle.
And with Tanahashi, actually, I want to make a point. Tanahashi, I feel like even though he is like retiring, I feel like there is, based on this G1, I feel like there is a case to argue where he could just be a G1 competitor. Like he doesn't wrestle any other tournaments or matches, but for the G1, if he really wanted to be, he could be a participant in that.
I would like that. I think that would be cool. Yes, G1 Takeshita Fletch, Absolutely.
Like it could be a scenario where like he's not having all of these long, like he's not like on the road like doing all the tours and like wrestling all these matches. But for like the tournaments like the New Japan Cup, the G1, like, if he wanted to do that,
he can train in the dojo
and
then train in the dojo, do the presidential stuff, do 2.5 to 3 weeks of rest on a year, and then that's him.
Yeah,
it would be top tier. Relatively decent is just below good. Again, it's just slightly underperformed, but that's because we know your level and you could do a lot better. Then you've got unranked. Well, Gabe Kidd because you got injured. The Umino Disaster just above shite, which is represented by Ren Narita, the personification of shite. If you agree with these picks, guys, let us know. If you have any disagreements, put them in. But if we're going to organize...
now should we go through like the actual like rankings of all of the wrestlers?
Yes. So
because I feel like the alpha tier, I feel like that's pretty set. I feel like for me that is the order for me.
Yeah, I'm not changing that order for me. Takeshita, Driller, then Evil. Left to right is 1, 2. Left is the best. And then the further you go, that's the lowest. So I think, in fairness, Yoshihashi for me is second. I think Bolton was the best out of Exceed Expectations.
Bolton, yeah.
And then Oiwa. Oh, hold on. There we go. You say that back again.
I was saying, surprisingly, I think that I would actually have Callum Newman ahead of Oiwa.
Yep. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. This one, positively shocking. I have to do it like that.
Yeah.
I think that's the order.
Yeah.
I do think Umura is slightly below Tanahashi and Taichi, but that's just because they, at the very end, just went crazy.
Oh, no,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying. Not
absolutely.
Like, all the rest of the really.
I agree. Good. I actually feel like we should just keep it the same because Sinatruth did much more developing stuff than Zach did, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This one's interesting. Relatively decent. What do you think?
Shingo should definitely be at the top of that.
Yep. El Phantasmo at the end?
But I feel like Phantasmo and Finley, they're quite interchangeable though. Because I feel like they kind of had the same tournament, but just in El Phantasmo kind of had the tournament that Finley should have had, where he only started winning. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep El Phantasmo ahead of Finley because El Phantasmo had the tournament Finley should have had, where he only started winning after he was already mathematically eliminated.
Yeah, I'm the same. I agree with that. Unranked, obviously, you can't do anything. The Umino Disaster, well, I think
I'd actually put Great Okan ahead of Shota Umino, funnily enough.
Same, because Umino was the second worst wrestler in the tournament,
and he actually progressed, which means we had to watch more of him.
Absolutely, and then obviously Ren Narita is just dog's bollocks.
Yeah, if I could put him further down, I would. If I could.
Yeah, so I'm going to, just for a minute, I'm going to stop sharing, and then I'm going to save this. Like so. Download. Oh, feck off. Right, I'll just do it as a screen. Where's my snipping tool? There we go. Check. And then I'm just gonna go.
I ordered a crab cake one time at a steakhouse, and it was an expensive steakhouse, and I was like, crab cakes, and I didn't. It said crab cake on the appetizer. I said,
Oh, we've got a dumpster fire category, Matthew. It's called Renderita.
he said, all right, and then
Yeah.
Literally, Renderita is our.
Honestly, the less said about that man, the better.
Yeah, he's our bottom tier scumbag. Like, he is an absolute fraud. The worst thing is, he used to mean something, and then he betrayed us.
Yeah.
But
I'm dreading World Tag League because I
Me
feel
too.
like him and Udra are going to be a team in that tournament.
I agree. Here is our one last time. If I just remove this and I remove that.
But
Here
but
is
if there is one House of Torture team that needs to be in that, it needs to be Evil and Sonata as a tag team.
Yes, please. We need that. We deserve that.
Yes. Which is exactly why Gator's not going to do it.
I know. Gato hates us all.
Yeah.
That man hates us all. Like, you just know he does.
Yeah. And I don't know why, because he's only harming his own products.
I know. Like, we need him to be removed. I seen you see my comment. Gok one.
Yeah.
I just had to do it. I just couldn't help it. There's going to be so many slander names for him. It's absolute top tier. Colin Gok one.
That's why I'm glad Ekatike scored on his debut. So now that can all stop already.
It's a shame that Sesko didn't, but that's purely because he never got service. That's not his fault.
And also because he didn't start. I reckon if he started, he might have probably scored him.
I agree. But yes, so what do you think of our tier? That is it on screen. I think it's excellent.
Yep.
I actually think we should do more tier lists.
I think so, yeah.
I do them on my football, like the football channel I'm on. We do tier lists quite a lot, so this feels quite good.
This is the thought. This is the work of 20 days of analyzing and watching everyone's wrestling performances.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. There we go. Try to think, because we've only been live 1 hour 53 minutes, up almost approaching. So I'm thinking we can do so much more. What else would you like to do? Because I feel we can keep going. I don't think we need to stop. I think everyone's enjoying themselves. I know I'm certainly enjoying myself. Is there anything else you want to do?
I'm trying to think. There is, well, with Forbidden Door next week, I feel like there is the rejigging of matches that could have been done for that show.
I like that. Let me see if I can. That gives me a great idea. What's up, Tina? How are you? I definitely know that you're not a bot account. I'm sorry for last time. That was not intentional. We have got on Forbidden Door 9 listed matches.
Yes.
Only one match needs to be completed, and that's the Fatal 4-Way for the TBS title. That's it. We just need to know the Stardom participant. That's it. But I'm going to take this as a screen grab, and then I will bring up on screen, and we'll see if we can make some changes to it. So here's...
Well, we can definitely make changes to it.
Yes. Okay, Forbidden Door 2025 match card. hope they don't add any more matches to this card as well. Just leave it. I would definitely jig it. Yeah, you're not a bot. That was my fault, and I sincerely apologize. Let me just bring that up, because these are the matches at beforehand. Where are they? Please tell me they've not disappeared.
That would be a disaster.
I've literally just taken as well. Ah, there it is. Forbidden Door match card. Here we go. So that's the match card in full on screen now. So.
Also, one thing I do want to know. I like that they've mentioned the Death Riders and Gabe Kidd, and not Gabe Kidd as a part of the Death Riders.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like that's a bit of like improvement and development there.
I feel like it would have been. I think it would have been a lot of aggro if they did.
Yeah. Because this is England. Nobody in England wants to see Gabe Kidd as part of the Death Riders.
Oh, absolutely agree. I agree. So, the first match obviously is that lights out steel cage match. Are you keeping it the same or are you changing it?
I'm trying to think. Let me see.
So it's Golden Lovers, Darby Allin, Tanahashi, and Will Ospreay versus Castagnoli and Moxley from the Death Riders, the Bucks, and Gabe Kidd. Lights out steel cage.
I'm keeping that. I feel like that's a perfectly fine match.
Yep. So what I'll do is I have it as a Word document on the side. So I'm gonna have beside us. Yeah, James agrees with us. He's like, same here. Keep including him in the Death Riders makes no sense. He doesn't need to be a part of it because he's part of War Dogs.
Yeah, and also he says that he wants to destroy AEW. You don't need to be a part of the Death Riders to destroy AEW. Just go back there and beat up all their wrestlers if you want to do that. And
he could do that with V's on his own anyway because he's got a sick pile driver.
Yeah. Or maybe bring the rest of the War Dogs with you. And really that Forbidden Door element.
That would seriously be nice. I'm not calling them the Young Bucks anymore just because that time is up. I'm just calling them the Bucks.
They're not young anymore.
Exactly.
They're lucky we don't start calling them Generation Me for real though.
Oh, that would make me laugh. There we go. Number 2 is the Hurt Syndicate versus the Eliminator Tournament winners, which is either going to be FTR or Bro Dido.
That is going to be Bro Dido for me, that is.
Yeah. And are you keeping that match together or would you change it to something else entirely?
I would keep that.
Yep. So Bro Dido. And I will just put that as go get me them Benjamins.
Yep.
So that's for the AEW World Tag Team titles. That's their next entrance. Someone pitched that to Justin Roberts. Here comes Generation Me. I would honestly, I would piss myself if that happened. Number 3 is.
They kind of did it, but not properly.
Yeah, number 3 is obvious. That is not getting changed.
I would actually argue and say that should be changed. I think that any AEW, just like AEW versus AEW match, should be changed to something else because they could do that on any show.
Okay, so what would you change this to? I would pitch Okada versus Tanahashi one last time. I would have had Tanahashi in this match instead of Tanahashi in the cage.
I would have changed this to Okada versus one of the younger talent of New Japan one.
Who would you consider? Umura? Oiwa?
I think I'd say Umura because.
All right, yeah. So Kazuchika Okada, champion versus Yuya Umura. Unified Championship match. Y'all good? Yeah, there we go. So Kazuchika Okada versus Yuya Uemura obviously is our switch. That's okay. Number 4 is Timeless Tony Storm versus Athena. And I honestly, even though I love Athena, I would have changed this one as well.
I changed it to
Momo Watanabe.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, that's exactly who I was thinking of. But then the other one I would have thought is, it's a shame that she's not going to be there, but I would have said Tam Nakano, but obviously that's not possible now.
Yeah.
Because she's chose to give it up the traitor. 5, Mercedes Moné versus Windsor versus Persephone versus whoever's to be decided. To be honest, I know this might sound harsh, but I wouldn't have made this a fatal 4-way. I would have made this a triple threat because it's 2 AEW talents.
Yeah.
I would have just made this a triple threat. I would have had Mercedes Moné versus Persephone versus a Stardom talent. Or you put someone in from Ring of Honor. And then I would have said, because she's not been on Action for a while, would it be nice? Maybe it's just pure bias, but I would have said Deonna Purrazzo. Or
yeah, I'd love that.
That's why actually, you know, fuck it, that's what I'm changing it to.
Yeah.
But who would we put for the? Well, I'll have that one in. I'll put in Deonna Purrazzo. But who would you put in for the Stardom opponent?
Stardom.
Deonna Purrazzo, and I'll put Ring of Honor because that's where they're putting her right now, which is embarrassing.
I mean, honestly, I feel like the only reason Alex wins is in this match is to win because it's in London.
I don't think she wins.
Because I feel like she needs to because Mercedes is getting really boring with that belt game.
Matt says have Hater back. Maybe, but we're removing the element of multiple.
I'm trying to think with Stardom. I don't really know with Stardom, to be honest.
Let's see. Oh, we got another subscriber. Thank you very much, JWC. Thank you. I think now that's what 398. Yeah, 2 away from 400. Oofed.
Yeah, I got no idea for Stardom actually.
Let's see, Stardom talents. I can tell you just now. So the absolute.
Wait, what am I saying? Put Saray in there.
Yep, you could certainly go with that. I mean, the actual roster, if you want to know. So you do. So you've got Seiya Kamitani, Starlight Kid. She's really good.
Ooh,
you've got Mei. You've got Mei Seira, Miyu Amasaki, Hanako Waka Tsukiyama.
Wait, hold on. Before we carry on, is Iwatani still in Stardom? Is
Miyu Iwatani?
Yeah.
No. But
okay,
you know
because
you know what's worse?
Because I was gonna say if she's still in Stardom, she's going in this match, but she's not.
She's not, but you know who actually is, so you could potentially change your women's match. Momo Watanabe is actually in Stardom as well.
Ooh.
So you could put Momo in this and change Tony Storm's opponent if you want to.
But I changed that to Momo Watanabe.
Tell you what, I'll give you the women's roster for New Japan and see what you think of this.
If that's the case, then Viva Van's going in this match because I just think she's the best.
Let's see, is this current New Japan roster as of August 15th? 2 days ago. Obviously, Azumi is there. She's incredible. She's definitely... I think that's what we're missing.
For me, it's between Viva Van and Azumi.
We could make it more than a singles match.
Put them both in it, but change it to a gauntlet match.
So this is for the women. So we're changing Timeless Tony Storm.
No, we've already done that. That's Momo Watanabe. That's
keeping that as that. Okay, so this one becomes a gauntlet. So Mercedes,
the PBS title becomes a gauntlet match, and we add Azumi to it.
And that's New Japan. What's up, Bleach? Good to see you. Do you want to keep it as just these three, or do you want to add any more?
I think I'd keep it though.
Because I would have added just one more.
Interesting.
And I would have made it 5.
Interesting.
And for me personally, I am adding in. Actually, no, to be fair, this might sound harsh on Mercedes, but I'm actually putting in another 2 from Stardom. I'm putting in Seiya Kamatani, sorry. And Starlight Kid.
Yeah.
And I feel like that actually would cook. And see, because the sense of like we can keep one in there, I think a lot of people would enjoy it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's keep her in. Alex Windsor.
Yeah.
Right there, you've already got an even better match, and it's talent people recognize, and it's talent that's excitable, and it's talent that can do a variety of styles that you would actually want to enjoy. The only thing is, though, is we've removed Athena, so I take it she's just not on the show.
No.
Lovely. She could cash in her contract, I suppose.
Yeah. She can either cash in after, or she can do it all out. She doesn't need to be here if she's using that for this match.
Yeah. Let's see.
Now,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was going to say one more Ring of Honor, but I think maybe that's a bit too far.
Yeah, I think we can stop it there.
I was going to say between Willow Nightingale or Billy Starks.
I mean, let's just put Willow in there because everyone loves Willow.
Yeah. Number 6 is Kyle Fletcher versus Hiromu Takahashi. I don't think I would change that because Takahashi is just dope.
I want to add to it, actually.
You want to add to it?
Masquerada.
All right, I absolutely. I knew it was right bringing you into the squad. Yeah. Hiromu Takahashi versus Mascara Dorada. CMLL.
Yeah, because clearly there's not enough CMLL here. There's only one CMLL wrestler on this actual card, which makes no sense.
And it's Persephone. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like putting Jey Uso on a Noah card.
Exactly. 3 matches to go.
Oh, I actually think we need to add a match, but I need to think about it.
I have a match idea that I would like to add.
Actually, yeah, we do need to add another match. Because MJF's match is changing, we need to add another match.
Yes. The match that is happening next month, we're doing it. Forbidden Door is next. It's the 24th. It's the 24th. Yeah. And we are going to do a watch along for it. So if you want to join me for it, you're more than welcome.
I'm probably going to be at the show, to be fair.
I know you've got a cheap seat ticket, which is good. I'm definitely changing this. Zack Sabre Jr. to Nigel McGuinness. I'm changing this. I think this should have been this.
Lee Moriarty, you said, I'm pretty sure.
I know, but actually, hold on.
Actually, let me think about this, actually.
You could get the triple threat. Hechicero is the CMLL versus Lee Moriarty. You don't need a full AEW representative.
I was actually trying to think how many people have AEW taken from New Japan.
A lot.
Because I was trying to think, is there any way that you could link it to Zach's passes there?
I was going to say Juice Robinson.
But I don't. But are you really going to give him a title match?
But you're not going to give it to Kenny Omega. He's not there.
Yeah, he's got a match ready. They got a match ready.
And Will Ospreay's in the cage match.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Okada's annoyingly out, which is annoying.
Mm-hmm.
At least we're not picking Orange Cassidy as a surprise return.
No. Although to be fair, that would be kind of funny though, because they had a match at the first Forbidden Door.
They did actually, and it wasn't bad. I just don't like Orange Cassidy.
Oh wait, no, that was the second one. No, that was the second one. My bad.
Yeah. Oh,
actually, you know what? Just for the comedy, I would put Orange Cassidy in it.
I had an idea before you said Orange Cassidy. I have someone who actually makes a bit of sense.
It's not Rocky Romero. It's not Rocky Romero, is it?
No. I've got Ricochet.
Oh, rematch.
As a fatal 4-way, yeah.
Interesting.
I feel like that would honestly be interesting.
Nice.
What's up, Larkbark? How are you doing? I feel bad for Zodiac because we're about to really break his heart in a minute. Match number 8 is not Hangman Adam Page versus MJF. Match number 8 is Hangman Adam Page versus Yota Tsuji. Exactly. AEW World Championship match.
And that is because match 9 will not be Adam Copeland versus Christian Cage. Adam Copeland and Christian Cage versus Kip Sabian and Nick Wayne. Match number 9 will be MJF versus Mystico.
In the exact match they intend to have. Mask
versus title. And then in like a special match for all of the UK fans, because UK fans are smart and they love old school wrestling. Well, Attitude Era Wrestling, I would say. We're going to have Edge and Christian, because I refuse to call them Cope.
Cope and Cage.
Yeah. And they are going to challenge Taichi and Ishii for the IWGP Tag Team titles.
Ooh, I like that.
Because I think it's absolutely criminal that the tag champions aren't on the show when the AEW tag champions are. And also, again, because why are you doing Kip Sabian and Nick Wayne here when you can do that all out in a couple of weeks?
We will see our answer on Dynamite this week. For the Stardom participant, James? Or is there something else? I'm at Dynamite and Collision back-to-back shows next week.
Well, you're going to both of them?
Yeah, it's part of your ticket. You get to go to both.
Oh, nice.
Doors open at 5:30. Show starts at 6, and it finishes around about 11 o'clock.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It's kind of like how I went to Raw. I got main event and then Raw as well, and then all of the post, like the dark match stuff.
Yeah, you get both, which is good. So we have. So that's Taichi and Tomohiro Ishii versus ENC.
Yep.
Taichi Ishii.
I think that match would have the potential to be special. That
it would be really cool.
And while you get all of that stuff, I'm done. I'm just gonna pop to the loo.
Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see on screen, whilst my co-host bounces to the bathroom, these are your. What's up, Abu? Absolutely, James. I agree. So, ladies and gentlemen, on screen is the correct card for. No, Abu, we do not laugh at evil. We do not laugh at evil. Evil got robbed. He got robbed in the worst way. Depressing by Gato. Fuck Gato. Even though Takeshita winning is nice. We got screwed. On screen is your current match card for Forbidden Door. And what I'm about to bring on screen is our changes. Just looking for a very sick font. Something delicious. That looks better. We've made the card better. Yeah, we're going to do the predictions later in the week. Don't worry. Like that's a guarantee. Later in the week we'll do the predictions. So these are. So we've got 10 matches, and we've got better matches. Let's see if I can make. I can go up another size. Yep, I can go up one more. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, these. Ooh, yeah, that's good. Yes. Let's see if I can. If I can just do share screen. I'm just going to share window. We had Evil to win. Tina says Tina has actually said on Twitch her favorite wrestler of all time will have to be Hiromu Takahashi. Takahashi's cool. I don't see any problems to that one. We had Evil to win because of the tournament. It made a lot of sense, but then we didn't get it. But these are your overall, folks, are amended match card for Forbidden Door, and I actually think we've made it look better. You're welcome, Tina. I like Takahashi. I've always liked the Time Bomb. I just like his entrances as well. Is just really funny and comical, and that's what I like about him as well. Like he brings the enjoyment and the spectacle. He can be a bit frustrating for people, which I absolutely understand, but I do like Takahashi. But we've already made Forbidden Door feel like Forbidden Door and inclusive already.
Yeah.
So good. ladies and gentlemen, is there any of these matches that we've done that you like, or is there any matches that you don't like? Again, I'll put it on that window. Hold on. It should allow us to put it on here. Come on. If I do that. I stopped sharing for 2 seconds. Share screen. There we go. No, piss off. Can I get some zoom, please? Guess not. Josiah's face didn't approve my answer. Josiah's honest at least. So this is the current match card for Forbidden Door, and I do think it's a decent card, but it does lack some flair. AEW did set a record for their sales. That's correct. That's their best-selling Forbidden. It's the best-selling Forbidden Door event. It beats 2022, which is the highest. It's 16,000 exact. This is about 16,400, something like that. It's impressive. So that's the current card, and then me and Josiah with some weekly Steelchair flair give you this. And I prefer this. Much better card. I see no... and the fact is, we gave people what they want. Like, quite frankly, Mystical versus MJF, the rematch should happen at Forbidden Door because it's a neutral territory and it makes it more exciting for you don't know who's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
I got a crazy feeling because apparently CMLL are actually quite happy with MJF in terms of the crowds he's getting and how well they've been doing. There is a chance he might actually beat Mystical and retain his title. I'll be very shocked if that happens, though. Because Mystical, for me, is the top star in CMLL.
Mm-hmm.
But what about you? What do you think?
I think it's perfect.
James says AEW so far this year have done really well, not just ratings, but ticket sales and other things. Some flaws now and then, which will happen. You agree? I think that's a fair take by James, to be honest.
I mean, I think they've done. I think they could have done better, of course, but relatively speaking, they've done okay.
Yeah. If you would say they had to do better in some things, where would you say they could do better? And how do you think they can do better?
Not having so much of the Death Riders' involvement.
Mm-hmm. It's fair.
But otherwise, I think that's pretty much otherwise.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong by that. I don't think you're wrong at all. Yeah, they lost the talent to AEW, Maria. That's the problem. But the question is, what's the excuse of not promoting more CMLL talent? Why are they not on the show? I don't understand that.
I've got no idea.
What's that?
Because again, they've got no issue putting CMLL talent on Dynamite or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't get it. Again, I'm not having a go at AEW. I think they've got some good talent on display, but can we at least get some more on screen? I feel like we don't get enough out of this by doing it this way. I feel like it's just a little bit disappointing. Like, there's hardly any Stardom talents, hardly any Ring of Honor. Like, all of that should be here.
Definitely.
But it happens. Disappointment, but hey ho, hey ho, hey ho. But we are not 2 hours 24. Does anyone else have anything else you'd like us to do? Because don't necessarily mind, or otherwise, I suppose we could wrap things. But is there anything else you guys want us to do? Let us know in the comments. I've really enjoyed this show. I think it's been really fun.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could just drag out 5 minutes just to make it, in even times.
We certainly could. I know Tina would say she likes match number 6 because it's got Takahashi in it. Rightly so.
I actually forgot that he wasn't leaving New Japan when Bushi and Naito left.
Yeah, he didn't want to go. He didn't want to go. He was actually in Noah the other night.
Yeah, and that's why I thought that he left us.
I just like the fact that he went from Dynamite all the way to a Noah show, and you're like, this guy is like he is crazy.
And then he randomly just showed up in New Japan today. Then,
yeah, and then he's going to be at. Well, I'm assuming he's going to be at either Dynamite or Collision. Maria's asking, okay then, top 5 Forbidden Door matches ever. Well, number 1, no, I think it's between 2 for me for number 1, but they're definitely the top, the 2 best. Obviously, my top 2 dilemma: Bryan Danielson versus Okada. That includes the arm break. And Omega versus Ospreay, the rematch.
Yeah, I'd put Ospreay Omega 1 and Okada Danielson 2.
Yeah. Number 3.
I think 3. I'd put Ospreay Swerve.
I think I'm gonna go very bold on this. Number 4, I'm going to say Tanahashi versus MJF.
Yeah, I like that match.
But what would your 5th match be? I actually think what's underrated is Kojima versus CM Punk.
That match is hilarious.
Oh, you've already asked us that one before, Maria. Come on, we can't do top 10 G1 winners again. You asked us that last show.
Hilarious. I'd say my 5th would probably be the 4-way for the IWGP World Heavyweight title. So Jay White, Okada, Adam Cole, Adam Page.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll go with that. I haven't watched that in quite a while though. I need to watch that again.
Obviously, the point where Adam Cole gets injured kind of slows the match pace down. But apart from that, I feel that is a very good match.
Yeah, I'll go back to that. Could we see any possible returns or debuts at Forbidden Door or in the next events like All Out or Wrestle Dream?
Orange Cassidy, unfortunately.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy, I think he returns, and I'm going to say Alex Hammerstone.
Interesting. I can't think of anyone else other than Orange Cassidy.
Yeah. I think Hammerstone is going to join MJF. I would see.
But does he help him? But does he help him win? That's the question.
I don't know. CV Hun debuted on Collision. I was going to say Ace Austin as a Forbidden Door debut.
Interesting.
Or even All Out because it's in Canada and he's been working in Canada for the MLP.
Yeah.
Try to think, could there be anything else? You know
Would
what?
You maybe David Finlay at Wrestle Dream.
Yes. I would like that. You know what else? Just because in case maybe he's actually taking the piss.
Sami Callihan's.
Yeah. I was also thinking Evil, just as a shock. Even though I was shitting on the guy, I'm still bringing him in.
That'd be interesting.
Fernando says reboot the G1 finals and winner, as in this G1.
Well, this G1, I don't think you change anything really.
Yeah, I think believe it as it is. I think it's actually quite solid. But do you have anything else to add before we wrap up?
Not really. No, just a nice way to end a nice tournament. I'd say.
Absolutely, I agree. So, don't worry about Josiah disappearing on stream. He won't be. He gets to appear on any show he wants.
Yeah.
But he's also going to be on the N1 stuff with me. So,
that
guys,
that depends on whether I can actually find a site that shows Noah.
You might just have to end up using Watch Wrestling.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for supporting us during our G1. And we are, yes, absolutely.
Yes. Takeshita, well done. Bring that trophy to Dynamite.
I need to see that on Dynamite, actually.
Yeah. And if you don't bring it, you're a fraud.
Yes. Wrestle Kingdom 3, Wrestle Kingdom 10, Wrestle Kingdom 12, Wrestle Kingdom 14, Wrestle Kingdom 17, and Wrestle Kingdom 8. Right off the bat. But we are not done. But we are obviously wrapping up tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, we do thank you for supporting us. Thank you to our 2 new subscribers as well. You guys are absolutely awesome. I will be back tomorrow. We do have more on the way. So does my co-host. He will be here for more, no doubt. And also, next week is Forbidden Door, so we're going to do great. And we hilarious, we freeze right in. That is just so awkward. But I'll drop him down because, again, he's unlucky frozen. But ladies and gentlemen, if you do like more content from the Weekly Steelchair, please do come back to more shows. If you'd like to be part of the channel on any wrestling company you want to talk about, just leave a comment at the end of the stream. And if you want to be part of the watch along next week, just leave a check mark. But in honor of goodwill, in honor of the G1, I'm going to chop myself and then I'm going to say goodbye. And today, our time comes to an end. This has been another exciting stream. Thank you very much for watching. And also, remember, if you get cracked over the head with a steel chair, you're not going to get concussion. You're just going to come back here. Goodbye.